I think I'm gonna have to quit Discord and okay, show all windows. Okay, there it is. Never mind.
Okay, I
We got
don't
okay.
actually, I don't really like that. It's actually kind of ass. Wait, I mean, no, yeah, whatever. No, it's already, the damage is already done, I guess.
What do you mean?
Man, I have,
Okay, I
so I'm capturing from my main Mac, which I don't usually do. You get me? Like my
mhm.
face cam, right? I don't know if you see it, but how I set it up, the face cam is pulling from my main Mac screen. And usually I'm looking at my main Mac screen, if that makes sense.
Uh so this is how I look when I have my light.
This is not great. Yeah, for me it's the same.
Yeah, no. That's why I don't.
For me it's the same.
Let me do this.
I don't
Let me
think
do
I.
that. Then
So
go in
how does
raw.
stream look? It works, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just cause I'm in too
Change this,
deep
by the
and
way?
I'm
Oh, I
trying to
can.
keep
Nice, dude.
up above in my head instead of falling under.
I still don't know how to set the stream title in OBS. I know it does work, but I can't find it.
Well, you tried that last time, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm. I feel like I should be snacking during meets. Oh wow. Alright, where's the teal drug in?
And if Jazz joins, he's going to fuck up my cam capture, which I'm sad. I'm gonna be
We
sad.
love him for that.
Mm,
Let's move this
these fucking
here.
people.
Alrighty. Okay. What did I even do this week? Let me go find all my copy image.
Do we have a chat, by the way?
Do you have a what?
Chat for.
Oh, Chaz in. I don't know if we already knew that, but Chaz in. I think he's in the audience. He needs to raise his hand, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Oh, you already did it. No.
I don't think he did. Like, it should be visual, right? Or maybe I'm not like a
Probably.
mod or whatever.
Wait, there's no live chat on X? Oh, there is.
Dude, okay, now he's raising his hand. Can I? Well, actually, let me try to raise him up here. I can't. I think that's here.
Fucked
Yeah.
up the cams.
Hey, Chaz.
I knew it was gonna happen.
What's going on?
Not
What's going
much.
on, man?
Not much. I need to readjust the cams
Because
though.
I'm. Oh, does Chaz have the tail draw?
Yeah.
I do. I didn't do anything with it though.
I didn't do
So
your
true.
homework.
I don't do anything with my week. What else did I do? Dude, I haven't played Divinity. I really wanted to get back into it, but I was busy this week.
Oh, dude, I was just photoshopping you doing your homework. Kind of job.
Wait, it's loading. It's loading. Let me see. Okay, that's really
Jesus.
that's like eerily like accurate, like believable.
Um,
Mhm.
where's mine?
Oh,
Okay. Now we're ready.
yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so so Kyle is not gonna start this week, right? So I think SMI is going to start.
You gonna Phil? I think you should start
I should
because it's
start.
usually Cal, me, and then Phil. So now let's do Phil, me, and then Cal.
Yeah, alright. So we have
Are you
page
streaming
builder,
already?
iteration 4, I think. So first it was K-pop Connect, then it was Poker, then it was Zero Cred, and now it's something else, which, yeah, that's the page builder. Then I worked on Outlook emails, which I don't know if you ever worked with Outlook, like had issues with Outlook, email display. Probably not.
I've never touched
So
like
apparently Outlook doesn't
yeah.
display images by default in emails, so it just blocks them. And I have a client, and they have marketing emails, right? Normal as emails, and none of the images are displaying. Like, it's just not displaying. So yeah, that was awesome. So I managed to kind of fix it by cutting all the background images. If you don't use background image, it
Yeah.
kind of works. Background image doesn't work at all, and some of the images still don't work. But yeah, that was that. And then I played Clover Pit. Big recommendation.
Played what?
Clover Pit, this game. You don't see my
Clover
screen.
Ped?
Right.
Yeah, I can see I'm in the TL draw.
Let me actually share my screen in here. I think that's good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, it's not good actually.
Yeah. That's what people can see though.
No. Wait, people are seeing it. It's on stream. But
Okay.
so Clover Pit is like
So then yeah, I don't think it's
is
necessary.
like slot machine roguelike. It's you can try it. It's like a nice game.
It's a 3D. I think this is the first, other than like Risk of Rain, this is like the first 3D, second 3D roguelike I've seen.
There's a bunch. But yeah, it's pretty good. Like it's like a gambling roguelike.
W.
So constantly it might be for you.
Yeah, actually that could be the first roguelike.
Yeah. And then I have family in Vienna, and it looks like this. American family. And
W.
yeah, it's pretty annoying to be honest. But
Why?
because Americans don't walk. It's like,
Okay. Yeah.
but Chaz knows all about this.
Do you live
Yeah.
in like or in or near a walkable city or walkable like something like that?
Wait, who?
Phil?
Well, I
Phil,
live
you,
in
because you're in
fucking
Austria. You're
Vienna. What
like,
do you mean?
oh, okay.
But I think
Yeah.
almost all cities in Austria are walkable. I don't think we have. I mean, there's some. There's this, for example. This is like a garbage city. But still, right? You see, like, it's still walkable. So I don't think we have.
Where are you pointing at? Oh, let me open your stream.
Yeah, I think you guys need to open stream. But this is like one of the most notoriously. It doesn't even look ugly, to be honest, from the images. But it's like an ugly city.
Which one? Can you just send me the name?
It's St. Pölten.
Ah, okay, yeah.
But we don't really have.
Yeah, that image.
Like these, like use this, like it's still walkable, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
So I don't know if.
I mean, technically anything is walkable. What I would define as walkable is if you can't drive a car. Because otherwise, everything is walkable in a sense.
What if you can't drive?
Unless it's a highway. Unless it's a high. Yeah, unless you can't drive. Unless it's like one of those super narrow roads. It's all cobblestone, and you walk. There's like some guy riding a bike. There's a couple and a date. Like that whole European scene. Like that's what I think about when I think walkable city,
I
not
think
like
walkable has like I think what the issue here is, right? I don't know if you can see it, but there's no like it's all dead, right? Kind of. Like if there's no like there might be like a touristy cafe type thing, but if there's no
right
like no shops and nothing,
businesses.
right? It makes no sense. Like
Yeah,
if there's
yeah.
no businesses, it makes no sense to like walk. But then it looks pretty good. So I don't know. I think even St. Pölten is walkable. It's fine.
I think even like
Yeah, but it might look like a giant museum instead of a city.
Nah, I think you have like a wrong idea of.
Gotcha.
These cities do exist. For example, I was in, what was it? I had no idea how to spell this. Oh, that's it. I was in this fucking city with my girlfriend's parents. But this was actually like a fucking museum. It was total garbage. Like, do you see this? Like, this looks insane. It's like
Oh yeah, yeah,
props, right?
yeah.
Yeah, there was
And
It looks
nothing.
like Witcher 3.
There was not a single. Yeah, exactly. There was not a single
Yeah,
person living there. It was all tourism
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and that's ass. But
I don't know. There's also another one in Greece where it's all like white building. It's like this, but
oh,
they're all like white.
but I
I think
think
it's called
there's
Mykonos,
people.
Greece. Like that seems pretty sick. Like I'd
But
probably
I think
want
there's
to, but
people
I wouldn't
living
live
there,
there.
right?
But
Oh
it's
no,
nice to like
I've never been.
visit.
I've never been. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No, so these two
Yeah,
definitely exist, but I
it
don't
wasn't
think.
exactly this, but yeah,
No,
something like this. Yeah,
but I don't think they exist in Austria. We don't really have those. The closest one maybe
gotcha.
is this one.
Austria
This
like a
is
serious,
like
is like a
this is like
serious country.
this is like you've probably seen this image, right? It's like the most popular like village in Austria. I don't know. Like this is like super popular.
Austria Max.
Gotcha.
This
Pretty nice.
I hate. Like it's total garbage. It's like this
Pretty.
thing. It's all fake.
It
Like
looks a
nobody
bit
lives
like
So
there.
when you
our
okay,
Yeah.
okay, it's like a prop. I get you. I get you.
Yeah, and it's all like Chinese tourists, right? It's nothing going on. Like there's not a single actual Austrian there, unless like except the
Gotcha.
hotel owners. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ba-da-da-da.
So yeah, I definitely. I
Ba-da-da-da.
mean, how did we end up here? So Vienna is super walkable.
Uh,
Is what I was gonna say.
uh,
Um,
gotcha.
yeah, that was basically my week, and obviously we have the call system stuff from last week, but other than that,
Yeah.
I think we can move on to SMR AGI work.
Where's my tail draw? All right. Um, yeah, so I did some work on like agents, basically. I'll just leave it at that. But it was pretty interesting because I hear people, I think that's a trap I fall into. Like if a lot of I wouldn't say grifters, but like if like a lot of normies or like slightly more intelligent people, but not really smart people. If they're like talking about something again and again, I get the ick, which is probably like on me. And it's like when everybody's talking about agents, I'm like, dude, like leave me alone. But I have to implement something like that. And I think the user experience you can get is pretty sick, especially if you have human guardrails. Um, and you make the user experience of people adding guardrails to the AI very intuitive and almost fun. And then you provide feedback when the thing is running. I think that's like a magical formula.
Are you talking about
But yeah, I'm
sending of the task and then just like collecting it basically?
something like that. Yeah, but the task would be um it wouldn't just be something that you describe in words because I think right now the norm is like you just tell there's like a bunch of things like yeah, tools or hands that the LLM has, and you just describe the task in English, and that's kind of it. But like if you can provide tools to describe more complex tasks programmatically to the user. So it can't be, you can't have them writing code, but like something like a builder, I guess, but it can't be too overwhelming to the point where it feels like Factory.ai. But something in the middle,
Wait,
I
you're saying
think
what?
you can really hit a sweet Factory.ai because it's like a agent builder, I believe.
Do you know what
Okay,
it
they
is?
I feel like
became
you kind of
oh,
perfectly
okay, this
describe
Bro, it's
you kind of
gross.
yeah, go
perfectly
ahead.
describe workflows, I think, at least for
Yeah,
me.
something like workflows, but
Yeah, it's just so a well-defined
so
thing you send off, and then you can have it like somewhat asynchronously run, and then you get
yeah,
feedback. You collect it back, and then you can chain them together and have some sort
yeah.
of yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's something like that. The one thing I'm a little hesitant about is I think when I see a lot of other companies, even OpenAI, but when I see other companies talk about workflows and demo them, I feel like it's too intimidating for like non-technical users, maybe. I don't know. Like I feel, but I need to talk to more normies about them because I feel like they'd look at that and just be like, okay, no, I'm just not going to touch that. That's like I'm just going to ask an engineer on my team to touch that. And so, but that's more of a UX/communication problem that needs to be thought about and fixed. But
Wait, what are
anywho,
you talking
but it's
about?
something
Are you
like that,
talking
yeah.
about like the workflow UI they shipped? Or what are you talking about?
It's like the UI. So it's one, it's the UI.
Mhm.
Second, I don't like. Would you see
What is it called?
your non-technical
It's like the
friend or
UI, so it's
sibling or
once the UI.
partner or whatever? Do you think they would use the OpenAI agents thing ever? Like, do you think they were excited at all about like the OpenAI workflows
I don't think so.
announcement?
No.
I feel like it was only engineers who cared.
I don't think so. No. I don't think to
Yeah.
be honest, I don't think anybody cares. I think it's like
I
I think
because
it's
like
them
N8N
shipping.
got a massive round as well, right? I always was like, I don't really get N8N other than LinkedIn demos and lead magnets.
I think there is
Yeah.
a certain user group that
Give me a
fucks with
second.
this, and it's this exact same user group, right? It's the Zapier guys. Like people who fuck with this. I don't know if you're familiar with
Yeah.
Zapier, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar.
By the way, as someone you turn off your camera, I don't know if it's intentional.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, it was intentional.
Okay, and the stream kind of broke. Why did this happen?
Oh, was it my camera?
Oh, no, it's back. Okay. So I think this is the same crowd, right? People who are technical, non-techs,
Yeah.
like the PMs of the world. I think
Yeah.
they fuck with this stuff, like the node-based
Yeah.
editors and whatever. I don't think normies care. Like
Don't
they
you think
just
that
want it to
always,
work,
like
right?
at some point, don't you think that always at some point, I think of like every flow built in N8N at some point, if it's if it's actually working, has to be touched by an engineer and formed into some form of script.
I
I
don't
have
know.
so
Do you
have you
think
ever
there would
used
be companies that would just have a massive dashboard or workspace with a ton of automations in N8N and they will run their company with that?
Nah, that's not
have
going to
you
happen. Right? But I think for like small.
have you guys ever used one?
N8N, I used
Have
N8N.
ever- Was it do you think a non-technical person could fit the blocks to each other, or do you think that required?
The problem I had, I was literally testing it, and it was just the technologies I was using, because I think it's kind of okay if there are blocks existing for exactly what you want to do. But I was using an API that didn't have perfect blocks in N8N already. So I basically in my Python code, it was 18 lines of code with boilerplate, and in N8N I had 24 nodes. And at the end, I had to do custom nodes for 12 nodes and just add Python in there, which is just like way worse than in my editor. And then I had
Yeah.
to debug this, and it was just a horrible experience. And it was just like Claude plus Python and 5 minutes, literally. So I
Yeah.
think if there are stuff like, oh, get an email and then send it to Telegram or something super, super easy, I can see it, but I can't really see it for like, how do you maintain that?
I don't think it's made
I mean,
to
that's
be
the UX.
maintained, right? I don't know.
I think people just
I think
one-off
somewhat.
build
I
it,
think
right?
people would want because it's something like yeah, so you would want it. You would want people to just one-off build something, run it, and just never look at it again. You want to make that nice as well, for maybe your younger employees. But I do think there's going to be managers who are going to want we have 3 workflows. These are the major workflows that to have that, and at least might think about that when they first get a demo of something like that.
Mhm.
I have like a lot of ideas about that, but I don't know how much like I'd have to like implement it and see it and then talk about it. But I have like a lot of UI UX ideas. But like but especially with Vercel AI SDK, because like one problem is like is it easy to fit 2 boxes to each other? Like if a box, for example, if one node gives you first name and last name, and then the next node requires a full name. How would that work in Zapier or whatever? Like, does it just is it smart enough to just know, or do you have to like
It's a
manually?
Yeah,
combination
there's
nodes.
like
But then
a
again, I didn't
it's and
use
it's
Yeah,
not
N8N.
that's what I
it
mean.
doesn't give you that many
That's
options,
what I
right?
mean.
So it's like
Yeah,
pretty easy.
like yeah. So I think there's like a lot of room for improvement. I'll just say,
Yeah, but to be honest, don't like I
but
think it's like a middle step, right? It's middle ground because I'm not a believer in like AGI per se, but I think the node-based editor, I think it can go, right? Do you get me? Like it should just be text-based. And I don't know, for example, if you want to send an email with AI, if it's for non-text, right? I'm not talking about N8N
Yeah.
audience. I'm talking about OpenAI, ChatGPT nodes, right? Workflows.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they should just ask you in chat. Like somebody wants to send an email, they input okay, I want to send an email. Then there should be some UI that says connect your email account, and then it should just run it, right? I don't know why you would predefine, why you would need to predefine those for normies.
I think for normies, yeah, you're right. For normies, I don't think
For technical, obviously, right? If you're a company, but also I
yeah.
agree with Konstantin. Like it's not going to, like you won't, you can't. It's not serious, right? So are you gonna?
So here's I
Is this
think
going to
you
be your
need
business backbone, like a fucking N8N automation? I don't think so.
no. I
Right.
think so. Here's the thing. First off, I think relying solely on an experience to build the workflows, I think that's bad. Like I think you need multiple ways to build a workflow. One of them should just be the AI should just be able to create one out of you should be able to assemble one. Like on demand and then present it to the user, and then the user may look at it and be like, all right, that's cool. Um, and maybe another. I mean, I think I don't. We could have a text-based thing to create one, but I think that's just overkill. I think having an on-demand one and then having a predefined one is good. But I think those cover the two polarities of like something simple can just be done. You don't even need a workflow. You just need a tool call, or three or two tool calls in a workflow. Or you could have something super complex where you need like a workflow, and it's a standard. And I actually do think in companies you might have like one or two workflows that they use. You know what I mean? I think that the
I
experience
think
is
it's a
really
good
bad
start, right?
of
It's a
building
good
one.
start.
Yeah.
I think you should like, what would be ideal? I think in like if I would have a larger company, it would be a core team of 2 or 3 devs, and everyone
Yeah.
else knows how to use N8N. So they can basically fuck around and find out. And once you find something that's somewhat working as a proof of concept, you take that to the AI engineers and say, guys, this is what we had in mind. Make it good now, make it fast, put it in our backend. And then I
Okay.
can see it being valuable.
Yeah.
But don't you think, like, because
Yeah.
we are drifting between normie workflows and N8N, right? Which I don't think it's normie
Yeah.
So
focused.
define. Do you think a PM is a normie? Completely non-technical, but business owner PM. Is
No,
that a normie in your words?
no.
Okay. So when
I'm
you say
talking
normie,
about
it's just like
normie, total normie,
see
right? Like just
customers. Yeah. Yeah. Like
somebody who uses
yeah. Like
ChatGPT
people.
instead of Google, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
say
For
like N8N is
them, it's
normie, yeah.
overkill.
But I think there's a way to make this interesting for normies, and I think it's AI browser. I think that's actually the thing for AI browser. I think you can cut the entire workflow garbage, and it can just automate your browser. And
Oh.
I think
Yeah.
the AI browser is for the normies, and I honestly think N8N and all the others, I think they're not going to go away, but it's going to be the same thing as Zapier, right? Where it's this niche
Yeah.
thing. Like N8N is
Or
not
like
going to
YouTubers.
replace hand-coded API integrations. It's not going to happen, right? It's stupid. I would
Yeah.
never see it. Like why? You know?
Yeah, you're right.
It's a
I
niche.
mean,
I
it's
think it's
built on
for
hand
technical
coded. Yeah, it's a
non-techs,
niche. It's like
right?
a Zapier. I think Zapier is like the perfect way to look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Zapier 2.0.
but I think there's a
Um,
lot. Yeah, and there needs to be like a 2.0 to that whole Zapier experience. That's what I'm getting at. But like, yeah, I don't think a normie, like
yeah,
a
I mean, if
regular.
Zapier had locked in, right? And I don't know, but maybe Zapier has these things. I don't even know, to be honest. Maybe
Yeah,
it's just
that's
like a
why
marketing thing.
uh, I think
I've
so.
used
Yeah, I need to check.
I've
I
used
need to
Zapier
check.
in the
I've only
past. They
used
didn't.
Zapier pre-AI.
Yeah, me
I've only
too.
used Zapier pre-AI. Yeah.
But Zapier doesn't look like this. Zapier is like way less flexible.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
Um,
I would hope that they got more flexible after GPT, but maybe.
maybe not.
Um. But yeah, so that's what
Interesting.
I was
Okay,
working
on the
on.
other
I
hand,
did. a li-
it actually
Oh, you're looking at.
Yeah, I'm
But you
looking
can't
at it.
trust your landing page. You can't trust your landing page.
No, but it's a
Just
demo.
as a rule of thumb.
It's a demo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but anyway, I
I
think
was gonna look up. I was gonna look up OpenZapier because I've been using so much of that Doxus products. But yeah, so I did OAuth. This was like half an hour, but I feel like I gained appreciation for OpenAuth because OpenAuth is literally just like OAuth standardized and flexible. I didn't use OpenAuth, but I gained more appreciation for that.
Can I
That's like a
quickly
side
go
thing.
back to this? Can I quickly go back to this other
Yeah,
discussion we had because I wanted to say one thing. One big
yeah, yeah.
niche for this entire N8N Zapier thing is no code front end tools because you can block them. I think that's even how Zapier got big because there's all of these, right? Webflow and stuff where you don't really have a backend. Why does it load for so fucking long? What's going on? You don't
There
really
was
have you only have the static front end, right? And then
yeah.
Zapier has an integrations and it's gated, right? Zapier is the
Are you
only
showing anything on
thing.
your screen? Because
I'm not
for me, it's just like you're on teal draw when I'm on your X stream.
really. Maybe it's
Yeah.
lagging behind. Wait, let me check actually.
Wait, let me. No, he's on websites. He's on Zapier.com. I can see Zapier.com on his stream. I think it's
And
lagging,
it's
maybe.
just like
Yeah, I think it's a delay,
it's
right?
being cooked.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. I wanted to pull up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to say, I guess, for this thing. And I guess also the same is true for N8N, right? Where, honestly, I don't know. Maybe not.
There was
So
I'm
what
trying
did
to
you
find the
use it
name.
for? What did you use it for, Constantine? N8N?
I was doing like basically document extract, or like we were getting a technical drawing and we wanted to redact parts of it, like PII on the technical drawing, and I was using Chunker for it.
I remember
We're
that.
using
You
jump.
made a post about it, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then I just did it in Python, and it was like
Yeah, I remember you post
less
about
than
this.
20 lines of code.
Actually, it's like this, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, never mind.
It's also kind of interesting because like we had people like decline our offer, and they explicitly said if we would know if we would know N8N, then we could talk.
What?
But they didn't want like custom code; they just wanted N8N. And it was a guy who was flying around to NVIDIA conferences and shit, so it was kind of funny.
But why?
He was going for his company. He was going to NVIDIA conferences and hardware conferences because like they got a bit hyped about AI and they wanted to be at the hardware conferences, but then they didn't want code. They wanted the N8N. It's just incredibly funny to me.
Yeah, man, it's got so many parallels to like no code land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you never really interacted with no code, right? Because I had to in my first few
No.
jobs. I had to actually use Webflow and stuff. And honestly, it feels similar. Like AI right now, it feels similar to no code.
It's just the same thing, right?
It's similar, yeah.
It's just it's always trying to make technical stuff easy for the normie. But I think what's crucial, like what's overlooked all the time there, is that writing the code isn't the job. Like I'm
It's
pretty sure you also have this, like the finding a process, defining the steps, finding a smart workflow. That's the actual part. And if you just have a retarded order of tasks where 90% could be omitted because you haven't really for once, and you just draw that into an 8N dashboard, I'm not sure if that really helps.
This pitch, I think it's good, but then I don't know.
I'm trying to find this because there was a company that we might. They got acquired like 2 years ago, and they stopped working on the product, and it's like this open source thing. What it does, not like with React code, actions that each submission would have, and you could also define. And you could basically define these like objects and mutations. It was like wildly successful. Dax, I learned from, but he used it for a lot of multiple of his projects, and
I
he's
think I
even
remember,
talked
was it
about
a
it.
dashboard builder in React?
I don't think it was React. Maybe it was React, but I don't think it was in React. I think it used React and form fields, the names, the descriptions, and all this, and it would create. And they were bring on it, and he was like, "Yo, can somebody?" He tweeted about it. He mentions it on stream. He was like begging the name, but I'm sure if I think about it, I'll find it.
Now I'm curious.
Um,
Okay. But I guess maybe
but that this is like the most GitHub like nerd like you. But we can talk about it like next week maybe. Project.
what's that?
That's kind of week. It was because workflows took most of my week. Kind of locked in, I think, a little bit.
But
That was nice.
I can actually. Am I sharing anything? Okay. Should I
Sure.
not?
I don't know what you're gonna share.
The thing you sent me? This?
Sure, yeah, that screenshot, yeah.
So that's for you maybe. Constantine, if you want to check it out. That's what the workflows look like. It's not really finished, the styling, etc. But
Okay, yeah.
Da-da-da.
it's
Yeah, I
like
think I
it's
think
like a
something
pretty
like
standard chat workflow experience, right?
yeah,
Um,
pre-built
Right
workflows are
now.
kind of nice, I think.
right now, yeah. In the future, it's going to be like bigger.
I think one thing this reminds me, I know this is like a side topic, then we'll move on to Constantine's week, but um have you guys ever looked at like if you look at the open code base? So initially when they launched, they were like, "Oh, we're like Claude Code, but we're open source." That was basically the proposition. Um, but then that like they're pretty good engineers, so like they were doing a good job at their stuff. So like right now, especially, I think there's like a lot of these CLI vibe coding people who are like, I use CLIs, but open code is really good because of the UX or whatever. And I've never used Claude Code, so I don't really know how bad it is. I only use open code, and I use it very rarely. Um, but point is, and then other companies started developing their CLIs, And when other companies started developing their CLIs, there was a Dax tweet, and he said, people are like developing CLIs to basically copy open code. Um, but we're not a CL, this is not a CLI thing. Like this is like just the beginning. And if you look at how it's structured, like if you look at how their agents are structured, it's this very like generic layer. And I think in the future, my bet on OpenCode is they're gonna have like a phone app and a web plugin and all this,
Didn't they
and it's
talk
just like
about
this
this?
generic
They named
agent.
they named the phone app, right? Recently, I think there was a tweet.
That was more recent, yeah.
Yeah.
But he talked about this like a couple
Right,
months
right.
back, the generic, yeah, yeah. He even talked about this is a separate tweet. I'm like studying Dax, it's wild, but there was a separate tweet where some other person was asking him about like a CLI project, and he was asking for like advice, and then Dax said, "Oh, you shouldn't structure your project like open code because we again our thing is like we build this like generic thing, and then we have like multiple ways to use it,
Why is it
and
so
then the product
slow?
vision of open code is
Actually
slow."
is. It's not cached.
Uh, Oh, their landing page. Yeah, yeah. It's because they use AWS. AWS is not the. I think it's the slowest CDN
It's wild.
that's like publicly available. Because AWS even has like a faster CDN that you get in AWS if you go to enterprise. So that's why I prefer like Cloudflare Vercel.
Mm.
Technically, Vercel is faster, but Vercel has less locations. So in Europe and in the US, though, Vercel is faster than Cloudflare. But anywhere else, Cloudflare is faster. But anyhow, that's like a little side note. But yeah, I think, and that's how I'm sort of thinking about workflows. Because it's really, if you look at the way it's structured, it's really not typed to chat. And I want it to be like this generic thing that whatever ideas we come up with or whatever, it's like a blank slate.
Yeah, it
But
has to be
anyhow,
like
so
that,
that's
right?
why,
Because we have other output.
yeah,
So we have phone, then we have
yeah,
the app, right? And
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
great
fun
stuff.
engineering challenge as well. Yeah, yeah.
So, Chaz, you don't have
Yeah,
anything,
that's
right?
my
Because I
week.
kind of wanted to. Do you want to talk about
Yeah, we
anything this
should.
week? Because Chaz has kind of been checked out for this technical discussion.
I think he was engrossed in our week. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
He was happy as a clam, I'm sure.
No, I don't have much. I'm just working on like a quiz making taking platform.
I can show it, right?
That's pretty slick.
Yeah, but it's still in progress. I'm just finishing a few stuff up, but
How have you found like vibe coding in general? How is it like in your experience?
I don't really have much issues with it, to be fair.
How
It's
do you go about it? Like, what apps or whatever do you use?
Cursor, Claude
Gotcha.
4.5. Um, yeah, I mean,
Mm-mm-mm.
I don't know. It's always been the same process for me. The plan mode, like
Yeah.
the way I prompted is like if I want to build something, I'd give it a general, what I want to implement, and then before
Hmm.
you know, I'd always ask me questions. So
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so it'll
That's
always
pretty.
ask me like questions of something that I didn't cover, or if it's something that needs to be like, so it doesn't get confused and make shit up on their own. Because I've had
Yeah,
that issue
yeah,
of like
yeah. Reduce like ambiguity, right?
exactly. Because like I remember like in the first month, this was in like March, I was working on some shit, and I was just like around with it, and I would tell it to do something, and then next thing you know, I would have like two random features that I didn't even ask for, and then
Gotcha.
it would go on for like, yeah. So like after a certain point, I would just kind of reduce the, like you said, the ambiguity of it and
Yeah.
just the unnecessary features. And
You see it
but
on
Yeah.
Superbase, right? Superbase
yeah, I
functions.
mean, I'm just oh uh yeah, it's pretty much it. Like I just keep it super
A
basic.
goated stack.
Upstash,
Classic.
rate limiting.
You're rocking the.
I just use your stack.
He's using you're using TRPC, right?
Like-
or not? I think so.
No.
You're not. Oh yeah, but then it's
No,
not
no.
my stack.
No. This is no. Why I did steal some parts of it though.
Yeah,
But
it's inspired by Bill's.
App, right? You built this app.
okay. Yeah.
And
Mm,
it's like not obvious, right, from the code, like what even
yeah.
what's going on.
Wait,
Because
was
like,
it this one?
No, it wasn't Core Quiz. It was the app. It was the
Okay.
CU suite,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Okay. I get you.
Why? Is it still
Yeah,
live?
bro. That was like
Uh,
so. Actually, with the app, like that was. Dude, I'm honestly surprised that I got this shit done in a month,
Yeah, that was crazy.
considering that
Yeah.
I have no prior experience, right? Because before that, like I started that project in the middle of March and I ended it in the middle of April. It took me 28 days. And before March, I just started kind of like, vibe coding, beginning of March. Like I remember like asking, I started with Bolt, I started with Lovables. Then
Yeah.
I transitioned into Cursor, and then I had Phil help me set up like and kind of like teach me. Big project was the app. So even though the app, like now that I'm thinking about it, like it looks shitty in terms of UI, I think like on the next one, I feel like it'll be a way smoother process because that was like a huge learning curve where it was just like constant running into issues and then like finding a solution for it.
Yeah.
But now I don't really run into that much of issues. Like
But I think you also
yeah.
scaled down the complexity of what you're building, right? Because the app was it wasn't like it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
You had to do
Yeah.
uploads. You had camera. Like it was all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
like if we're talking like complexity, yeah, I would say the app was definitely the complex one. I mean, the like this stuff I'm working on, it's not as bad. It's pretty bare bones.
Yeah, because
But I
you're
think
But
just
being
building
able,
you're just building quizzes, right? So it's like way
well, now it's a
easier.
quiz platform.
Yeah, true.
Now it's like people have accounts, they can make their own
it's
quizzes.
multi-tenant. It's multi-tenant and scalable.
They can share it. There's analytics and all that shit. Like, I mean, it's still pretty bare bones, right? It's just like dashboard, quiz builder.
Yeah, like that's my thing though. I think it takes some because when I talk to a lot of not complete, even like a what was that comic thing? It's like KCD something thing, like comic. But there's I think it's called KCD, but I maybe missed it.
So those funny
Yeah. Oh,
figures where you can.
XKCD.
I thought you were gonna
Loop
pull
me
up.
in. What's the meme or what's the thing?
There was
It's just
are you saying which particular comic, or are you saying which
Oh, I'm
particular?
seeing it. Is it this?
I sent you a link from Telegram.
Is this?
Or- There we go. Okay, I found it already. A copy image. Yeah, it's loading, but I trust that you're correct without even loading. But you can you see mine?
No.
All right, yeah, dude. Okay, draw.
Nah.
That's just true. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. Listen, I'm
Yeah, you're
sorry.
just saying that because
X
Theo
calendar.
uses it. Bro,
No,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
because Theo
You know
used
why
it.
it's not good? Because again, it's the same thing as ping. You need to invite people, and you need to have paid plan for a fucking whiteboard, which is garbage.
Yeah, so the paid thing that sucks, but actually the performance is actually better on TLDraw. I think the engineers are better, but the designers, bro, the UX on it's so much better. Like every small thing, but anyway.
Yeah.
But you can see the image, right? Before I get sidetracked.
Mhm.
It's complex and what's simple. And so, like, a non-tech might just say, yeah, just use the camera and then save the picture. You understand, like, okay, I need camera permissions, I need a bucket, I need to make sure that I'm creating a proper get. Yeah, but then the server bills are insane. I don't know. But
You're talking
but I think
about you're
that in
talking
itself is a
about
skill.
yeah, I got what you mean. Non-techs can't assess if something takes long or not, right?
It can't, yeah,
Yeah.
because there was a lot of I was watching some video. It was completely not technical, but he was saying that AI is just an app, like they just code it to do things.
It's
And
like
so like it was a video about
yeah, go
that
on.
AI whose son was killed, like that girl whose son was killed by he wanted to meet that character from Game of Thrones or whatever. And then he thought that they coded it to be like that,
It's like
but obviously it isn't.
this was I mean Chaz, you knew about it, right? But when we met, like we wanted to build this marketplace thing, and this
Yeah.
was like a fundamental thing, right? Where obviously, like as a technical guy, you just have to explain like obvious in this case, like an e-com shop, it makes sense that it's like easier. Kind of hard, but then marketplace is like maybe 2x as hard, but it's not. In reality, it's like 10x, 20x, right? So
If you want to do it well.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's also way more difficult from a
legal,
product
like
sense,
legal.
right? Like, how do you like get
From like a
supply and
company
meet that
sense. Yeah,
demand? And
yeah.
it's we have 10x's
Yeah.
again.
You know, the thing with that project was like, I still think it's good. I think it still has room. I feel like there isn't much competitors, and at that time, project without any, with just the landing page, it had around like 13,000 in the wait list in a week. Like it was a huge influx of people that
Oh,
was interested. Then within few weeks, we had marketplace VCs, a General Catalyst, and another one. But I think the problem was we didn't have a team. And then we were kind of asking for like, how much were we asking for?
We were asking for 2 million or something.
It was like 1 million.
Even like I don't think it was even like I think for a marketplace it's fine. It's a fine ask. It's just that obviously we had nothing to like back us up, right? Waitlist, which I think if like it's still not like it's better than nothing, obviously, like having the waitlist.
Yeah.
like, how do you know? Like, I also use like a lot of coding agents, a ton, and I am not confident in them at all. So how do you know that the stuff you build works? And like, like it's hard for me to grasp to know like when you're just writing, right? You're writing prompts, you're vibe coding, and when do you stop? Because like when I go in there, I stop when I see what I wanted to happen in the code. But if you don't have that, like when do you stop typing and hitting enter, kind of?
Are you talking about like just in terms of like things functioning and working, or is it more like security?
No, just general. Like you sit down and you say, okay, I want to like solve this problem. I have this problem in mind. I want to solve it. I have like 3 hours or whatever. Like when do you consider the task done? Kind of.
I mean, I just kind of go by, kind of like feature by feature and then test it out like right away. And if there's an issue, it's clear that it's not working.
You don't really look
Okay,
at
so-
the code, right? Like or do you look at it?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's a problem, but like, yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
The thing is, like, if it works, it works, right? And then if there's a problem, that's where Phil comes in. You know what I mean?
I
So
told
true.
you.
Same.
I told you
Same.
I told you like 30 times. Like whenever you share your code base, it's like when it looks like Claude to do, like it's like 50 to do files, and then
Yeah.
it's like
I-
it's like just functions all over the place. It's like get user.ts. It's like top level. It's not even in a
Oh,
folder.
gotcha,
Right?
gotcha.
And like
Yeah.
and then it's like get user
Listen,
signed in. It's like a different
Uh,
file.
the to-dos
Wait,
have gotten better. I've started using one to-do file.
Okay.
wait. When you start a new project, do you use any like project starter templates like Create T3 app or something like that? Or
No, I do not, and that's the thing. Like, I'm
I think
waiting
you
for
should
your.
try that
I'm
out.
waiting for your stack. I'm waiting for your stack.
Yeah, he's waiting
Oh,
for
yeah,
our
Drizzle
stack.
Gen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think
That's
because I
what
think
we
if
So
you
did,
had
right? Because
a
so
the Superbase
guys,
is
listen.
the
If
issue, I think. Like,
I-
it should be
or how you use
TRPC.
is
Subabase
it?
rather.
Yeah, you should be using TRPC, then it wouldn't be as much of an issue, I think.
Wait, what's TLPC?
TRPC is like
TRP, it's like it's
types.
basically lets you write backend functions that you can call from the front end, and it has like specific rules on how it works. Otherwise, the code doesn't compile and your app doesn't run. And so that means that like, and when you follow these specific rules, I mean, first off, your code is more consistent. Second, I don't know if Cursor does this, but if you use, for example, on an open code, um, basically when you send a message to the AI, OpenCode will also send all of the like LSP errors. You know the editor errors, like the red squiggly lines. OpenCode will like read all of those and send them to the AI live, and so the AI can like write a function, and if it doesn't work, it can like figure it out and like edit it and all this. And so for like it basically gives the AI way more information without you having to provide that information. And so
Can
for
I
that, I
share
think it's
this? Is it fine?
pretty good.
I'm not gonna. But I just want to show the thing.
Wait, who are you at? Are you asking him?
You and I can. No, I'm streaming, so maybe you can check. It's kind of ass, right? I'm gonna
Share what?
screenshot it. You know what? I'm gonna pull it to the other screen. The quiz central. I'm not gonna share the actual code, just the folder structure. Like,
Oh, dude, it's a mess.
yeah, I know. That's what I wanted to show. Wait, let me share. Well, that's root, right? So that's the.
It's cooked. It's cooked.
Mm-mm.
Is that current or
You're
is that before?
tired.
That's.
Paste image and autosave. Phase 6 complete.md. That's so awesome.
Like, I don't know what changed, but it just keeps on making summaries for every. Like, I didn't
Like
just get
rule
any
setup.
summaries. Now it's just. Yeah, I have to add a rule setup now, but like, I didn't have to before. Now it's just summary for
Have
every
you
single
tried?
thing.
You should try using OpenCode. Just might not be better or whatever, but I'd love to get your take on it.
I just looked at the markdown folder. That's like 500 files. Wait, let me screenshot this.
Right.
Look at this.
Ideas into markdown files.
So true. They have the team behind it. They care about like a lot of small details, like for example, the LSP thing, basically, so an LSP is basically like a program that runs in the background, and there's like a lot of errors that you can just catch programmatically, like, without the human doing anything. And sometimes the AI doesn't see those errors, and so like, this is just one example, but like OpenCode will like run this thing called an LSP, which gets a lot, not all of your errors, but it gets like a ton of your errors, and it gives it to the AI like live as the AI is writing the code, and so the AI has like live feedback on what it's writing, and so it outputs like much better code a lot of the time, and that's just one small aspect. But the point is, I think trying out something like OpenCode might much easier to write. Like you might tell OpenCode to write something and might do it like
Is pretty good. Like I think you're.
prompt. Yeah.
It's pretty good. Like I can see how nontechs use it as well, right? Because the good thing is does OpenCode have it?
And it
We
can
as
write a
devs,
plan to a
right? As
markdown,
devs, we
yeah,
can
all
just
that.
commit, go back, right? Gives you like
Yeah.
all the garbage. So I think that's like there's a few like bang of. I think you should actually be using CLI.
With CLI that I've tried
Yeah.
the quad code, I don't really or like font
You
size or
can't, yeah.
anything. Yeah, I have to prompt it to do that, and it just
It's just you going in there and like changing 18 to 16 or 22 to 20.
Do you ask
yeah,
it?
like
Do
So
you ask it to find the
That's
place where you
only the
want to
case.
change, or do you actually know it? Like,
and that's the thing, right? Like probably like a couple of months ago, I would ask it. I'd be like, "Where is this?" Now, like I'm starting to kind of benefit is like over time.
yeah, that's
It's more
great.
so like seeing makes it familiar,
Yeah.
rather than like if I start with like CLI, like I don't think and Bolt is it's
Yeah,
not really
that's what I
CLI,
was.
yeah,
is it?
but if you
Because I think eventually, right, if they stuck with cursor, I think eventually, but then
100%.
like you
I
still
just
see
Yeah.
thought
it,
about that,
like
but
even
like
if
it's
even
kind
if you
of
don't actively look at it, you don't think so?
yeah, but then again, like if you have like let's say you do vibe code for 6 months, right? And you vibe code, and you basically learn by diffusion because you look at a lot of mediocre generated code. Why would you just not like learn to code in 6 months? And then you would be good at it and you could start
Yeah,
working.
Because
because
it's more
people
fun.
don't think like that, right? They don't. To learn Russian, but you kind of just have to immerse yourself, right? Obviously, if you don't know
Yeah,
anything
that's how
or
I
you
learned.
won't, but
Sure, but look at a lot
just
of
picking
vibe
up
coded
Git, right?
repos. I think, yeah, you kind of picked it up, but like I'm the folder structure there. But if I would advise a young dev
structure, right? Like it's this
I'm not
area.
saying like you have to, but I'm just learn it.
Yeah, but isn't
Because like
isn't it
unlearning
still a
something wrong
net
is harder than
positive?
like I'm always thinking
I
of,
don't think
of it
I
like a
don't
golf
think
swing, right? And I think this also applies.
interesting, but this sounds like something you would disagree with, right? Because you're always
if before AI about React, of course. Now, dude, thank God AI came out because it gave us all React is too complex, and next and it's also in a reduced survey. I think 33% of like new engineers are like learning through fundamentals. And if you don't know what an HTML is, and whereas Theo is like, if you don't know how
somewhere in
it's much more
between,
fun.
honestly. I think me personally.
Yeah, I know.
You don't pick up the fundamental
Yeah.
framework, right? Where
I will say though, this was during Pages. He was recommending this during PageRouter before server components, and he was saying just pick up like a framework like an XJS, or I think he even said Remix. He didn't really care. Figured things out,
like
and you open a dark mode page. Yeah,
yeah, next 16, right? Let's imagine
like that's like yeah.
it uses partial
Let
pre-rendering. Like nobody understands this. Like
let's
a new person doesn't understand what's going on. No way, right?
let's okay. Forget next. Let's just talk about React then.
Yeah, but
Would you?
just random as JavaScript HTML, and then pretty early they can move into React if they.
That's closer to what Constantine was recommending, right? I think he was saying that you should start more.
I post regular or
Software
you can
engineer.
program. Yeah, but like I think even to look at good repos from coded code bases are basically the antithesis to that. It's something you kind of don't want to see. A good engineer makes you better, and I kind of feel like, sure, you learn where the numbers are and maybe where you change the page title, but I think like an engineer or don't want to build stuff that's like robust, it's more accessible to people. I think
Chaz, you can answer, but I think most vibe coders, they don't care about right, and then they're
Yeah,
happy if
so
it kind of works. And I kind of get it, right? Because for me, it's simple, right? Usually, I don't call them MVPs, but they are on such a tight budget.
I 100%
right?
get that. I think my only objection was that you said it's a good way to learn, and that's where
I think it's a
fundamentally
good
disagree. I
way
think
to
it's a good way
learn
to
from
use it and to play around
0
with it.
to like 0.1. Obviously, it's not 0 to 1. It's never going to be, right? And I
Vibecoder.
also told Chaz, right? I don't know if you remember Chaz, but I was like, you could just, if you're building right now, you could you could on the side, you could just much easier, right? But obviously you didn't. There's no need.
yeah,
I will say though, last thing is actually not, that's like a real thing, but people who care, they'll be too lazy. Like write the sort function by hand. They'll be like, why? It doesn't matter. You are. Do you care or do you not care? Well, if you care, then I trust that you will learn to write proper code when the time comes. I don't trust them. I think, especially if they're like 18 or whatever, or 20. It's
I think
like,
young
what,
people are fundamentally cooked. Like all the people that are in university right now,
dude, cursor is like,
it's over
dude,
for them, right?
it's just
Because,
literally over.
like I bet most devs have, like new devs, right? If you're in school right now, like 14, 15, and you start
Yeah,
working, the example you just gave about sorting function. I mean, I haven't written a fucking JavaScript sorting function in ages as well, right? But I have written them at some
right,
point. Like I know about at
right.
least some, like it might be rusty,
Like
right? But
that code that yeah,
yeah,
uh,
but the thing is, like for new people, I think it's as you said, right? They are not going to write like a filter or like splice in JavaScript, right? They are not going to do anything like array
yeah,
manipulation. They don't know
yeah.
any of that shit, which it's kind of, I think it's fine, because you don't really need to know the syntax, but then if you never typed it out, I think it's also bad, right?
I think it's like comparing I don't know if you have like I want to say a wheelchair because that's like ableist, but if you have like a thing that can take you anywhere, still knowing how to walk is still useful, right? If you say, oh, I could just use my chair car or whatever, I don't know what to call it, but I could just use this. It's like, no, I think knowing how to walk is just like it just helps, and it's
yeah.
difficult to put into words.
What if you were born without the ability to
Well, yeah,
walk? Yeah.
well, yeah, of course. Then it would be different, but like I think you were born with the ability to.
Listen, what if you didn't have legs?
That sort of changes the calculus. You're right. I failed to consider that. Yeah,
let me
so,
let me
so I think that's yeah, go ahead.
let me just say, like, I completely understand, the need to, to better yourself and to learn. And I kind of agree with Phil in the context of, like, for me, right? Like, I never want to become an engineer or to, like, like, pretend to be like a software dev or anything like that, right? Like, it's and to me, like, I don't think it's really worth fully learning how to code. I like
Yep.
I
I don't think it
I
makes
think it's
sense for me
stupid.
to
I think if you
invest.
had just taken like 20 hours of your, because you remember when you started out vibe coding and you were like wiping your entire progress every other week because you didn't know about Git.
Yeah, yeah.
If you had learned Git earlier, you would have gotten all those hours back, right? And I think it's the same for JS, for example, right? If you knew the basics, like the
Well,
bare minimum, right?
but that's like the hindsight for everything, right? Like, at the time, I think it's more so like learning by trial and error, right? You just kind of get thrown in there and then you just kind of figure out by making
Or it was
mistakes,
cool.
rather than be like, well, like on Google, like, what's the first thing? And then, like, I don't know, maybe I'll find an article of, like, oh, learn GitHub, or maybe
No,
it
no,
just
no.
doesn't
You
exist.
should go and start like a course or something, or read it, like actually learn it, not like look everything up. That would make no sense, I don't think. But
Well, for Git, I think for Git you
for
can learn
Git,
it
yeah,
and
Git
learn
Git is
like
awesome, right? But
yeah,
also like
yeah.
for like JavaScript, it would literally just be like some
Oh,
free course, right? And you
yeah.
learn like the basics of programming, and I don't know, but I
I
think
think
it's about
one of
being
my yeah,
interested, right? If you're open about it, that you're just not interested in it. There's always like if your idea works and you can vibe code it and you have the attention span to like actually do it, because I wouldn't be able to. I'm gonna be honest. Like I wouldn't, like imagine building something you don't understand what's going on, it just doesn't work,
yeah.
and you keep like trial and error till the project is done. It's crazy to
Also,
me.
it takes a ton of time. Like I have it 2 or 3 times a day where I send out a prompt, doesn't work. I send it out again, doesn't work. I scrap the progress, I send it out again, it doesn't work, and then just do it myself, and it's like 2
It's like
minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. But
And it's
I
like, okay,
never
I'm
have
wasting
this, but
every
this
minute
goes into
here.
the separate conversation. But I never have the experience because I use it very sparingly.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have
My
those issues.
dude, I love how LLMs literally never get anything wrong the way I prompt them because it's such a tight. I think we should go. I should probably go to my T3 chat and like look at some of my prompts.
Do we
So that would actually be interesting
do we
because
want to do this next time? Because also
SMR
this
build
discussion, right?
yeah,
API
next
in
time. Yeah,
future.
We didn't really
yeah,
talk about it. Like
I,
I think we need to do maybe next time we cut this week and we just do a segment on this and we can go over what
yeah,
all of us use, right? Because I think
yep.
chats we talked about your workflow. Um,
So true.
it's like to
He
me,
gobbled up
honestly,
all the
chats to
attention.
me, it's like crazy. Like I wouldn't be able to do this like not even one day probably.
But
No,
he's a
I'm
free
gonna.
spirit. He's a free spirit. He's chilling. He's not like, okay, I'm gonna sit on my desk. I'm gonna work for 2 hours. I have to leave in 2 hours. I do not want to waste my day here. Like he's like chilling. Okay, he's drinking soda. He's drinking Red Bull. He's
I don't, I
enjoying
don't, I don't drink Red
the
Bull.
cold late nights.
What do
He
you drink?
drinks White Monster, just like Constantine
Bro,
and me,
bro is
and he's just
probably
chilling.
getting
Okay,
drunk. Bro
he's
is
he's,
probably
he's
chugging
not.
beer, vibing with Claude. No. So Constantine,
Yeah,
let's do your week. What's your week?
It's kind of the same as last week, partially. So, left you can see a website redesign because my shitty page for the business was really bad, and
Is it
now it's
live?
better. I can send you a preview link that's live.
Do you grab this right, or did you actually build this?
Oh no, I grabbed that.
But it looks fine. I think it looks good. These might
It looks way
need a
better.
touch up.
Yeah. No. They're just like we're gonna put real images there, but we want to like put it online now.
Yeah, put some
That's the point.
boomer images.
Yeah, we're gonna do like
wait, I
real
think I
ones,
can read
like
German now.
whiteboard and
Is
shit.
that
But
workflow
yeah,
automation for your Okay, what is Cameo?
It's
like
SMB,
SMBs.
yeah.
But it was kind of annoying. You can also see Astro over there, like dive bombing Next.js down here, because like I've tried to migrate my like existing Next.js page over to Cloudflare with like OpenNext and VLite, and it was just pain. And at some point, I just started to build it again, and I like did this in like 2.5 days. Don't judge me. I'm not a web
It's
designer,
fine,
web
honestly.
dude. Like I was
Yeah.
literally going 9 to 9 from like I wasn't doing anything else, but now it's finally kind of done. So yeah.
I think people underestimate how long even like a migration takes in front end. It's not.
It was a
I'm not
complete rewrite.
fast either. Like it usually takes a few days. It's fine.
Yeah. I completely rewrote it, and yeah, now it's working. Like CO is in place, all of that. So that's nice. Yeah. Then all the dogs, like female dogs, are in heat again. So my dog, who is a like unneutered male, is annoying as fuck. Yes, it's like twice
Are
a
you guys
year.
breeders?
And now it's
Do you breed your dogs or
No.
not?
No. No.
So not you personally.
No. No.
So why are they
No. He's just
unmuted?
like that. Because it's healthier for them
Oh.
until they're old. And I don't have like serious issues. Like it's not like that he's peeing indoors or something. It's just like literally like 1.5 weeks in the spring and 1.5 weeks in like autumn,
Yeah.
where he's being super annoying. Like I have to close all my windows on the side to the street.
Yeah, I know,
and
yeah. Our dog was also unmuted, but now he got his balls removed recently. So now it's fine. But but he's unmuted.
I never liked that idea.
Of what?
I know that's like
Yeah.
common, but
Me neither. That's why he's unneutered.
Yeah,
And
he
yeah,
had
yeah.
cancer thing in his
Okay.
balls. Ball cancer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thanks for that. I needed that. I needed that context.
our vet told us like we should like keep him unneutered until he's like 8 or 9, and when he's 8 or 9, neuter him, because then like obviously if he doesn't have balls, he can't get cancer in as well. So
Yeah, I think it's also
kinda-
like it's some because the vet told us this as well, right? Like usually if you're not around other dogs, if it doesn't get annoying, it's fine to keep them unneutered, right? That's
yeah. He's around a lot of dogs, and he's super fine with all of them. So we're lucky with that. He's
Okay.
just super chill, just a chill guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the AI music.
Yeah, dude, I got the first time I got like trapped. Like as you can see, I added this to my favorites on Spotify.
That's wild.
And it was jamming hard. And then I was checking if there's more, or like if this is like a album or something like that. And I was checking them out, and it was literally just one
But do
song
you
with
think
"We're
it's
All Fucked."
full AI?
I think so, yeah. And I even found like under the post I added another one, which is basically I think it's 50 Cent in 1950s swing, which is AI for sure. I think it's In the Club in 1950s swing, and it's kind of nice as well. So I have to admit that this week I got kind of, yeah, I fell into the AI music trap for the first time, which was kind of
I
funny.
think it's honestly fine. Like it's kind of
I never
even-
thought it would happen.
like even
to be honest.
the what do you think about AI images? Like I don't think like if it's good, right? Obviously, in most cases, it's obvious that it's AI image, and then it kind of sucks. But for example, I always pull up this example. Well, let me show it to you. Like you can use AI images in design and make it look tasteful. Like it's totally fine. You just gotta do it right.
Oh, I think so, yeah. We have this little, like this, I think I showed it last time, right? This little mask that we made for the company, which is also completely like
I designed this a while ago. It never made it to like, it kind of turned into ZeroCred. This was like the precursor for ZeroCred. And now ZeroCred, funnily enough, is going back to this idea. So this image in the background, right, is like AI generated, and I just blurred it out. Obviously, if it's unblurred, it looked like ass. But that's like a cutout of the hero section. It's like the other thing is like unfinished. But
oh yeah, I think you can make it like there's this one guy on X who made designs for like I was following for a while, and he was doing all the like background images and some of assets with Midjourney, and it looked really cool.
yeah, it's like I think you just have to. It's like a new workflow, right? I think it's actually super interesting, and I think I should use it more as well. Obviously, it gets a bad rep, and this doesn't look great, right? You gotta have like some real stuff and then mixed with AI.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go, not like full AI. But
I think yeah, I want to learn Midjourney as well, like how to make like really good. Because some of the pictures that I see on the timeline are amazing. Like they don't even use them for Midjourney pictures; they just use them for other things. Like they write posts about like health or whatever. They have like a super cool Midjourney output. But I think, Chaz, what do you think about AI images? I feel like you probably don't like them.
It's
Yeah, I get you. I get you. I knew as soon as I
what the
said,
fuck
I
is
love
this
Midjourney, I'm like,
conversation? This is like a great
what? I
interview.
just
You're interviewing someone. Oh yeah.
like, oh wait, the preconceived notion I have of
Yeah.
that person
Okay,
doesn't
let's
like this
move
thing.
on. Oh yeah, yeah, let's move on. No,
Yeah.
I think honestly, like something like this. So you said that's like a good example. I think I really get the ick from like these cartoon type illustrations, like this and this. I don't think it's bad per se, but it's like it screams AI, right? If you
Oh yeah,
generate
definitely.
something that's
But
like
I
a
think it's
specific
kind of fine.
style, it's
I kind of like it if it screams AI because at least it has some sort of. What I dislike is those images that try to be real, but you can see it, and then it's kind of feel like, dude, are you fucking with me? I'm not stupid.
Mm,
And if it's like obvious, like obviously something you couldn't do yourself, then I think it's kind of cool.
yeah. But do you think this falls under this,
Which one?
like the robot thing? Because I
Oh,
would
I
say
couldn't do it myself.
this is something that obviously you know and we all know, but I think for normies, they might think that this is real, right? Do you get me or not?
like, what do you think about?
It's not loading, bro. Your images are not loading.
It's a big image, okay? It's on its way.
We'll just wait.
Yeah, it's loading.
Da-na-na-na.
8K
Is
movie.
it? It's not there. Is that still not there?
No.
Nope.
Oh, now it's loading. Yeah, that's
It's a
awesome.
pretty big image, right? See? Like this, like these are
Yeah, like
Midjourney
you
images.
just have to be creative when it comes to your style, right? Like that's I think
Yeah,
like these are only bad. I think the only reason why these are not great to me is because they're overused, right? Because everybody's prompting like create a cartoon image of whatever. And also this,
yeah.
right? Like create an illustration of like I don't know, which turns into this like overused aesthetic.
Like this goes like with
So
this last
it
one,
all
especially. Like this
it
I,
goes
all
I
so
think it
hard.
would be
actually
interesting, like if you would listen
I know
to
it's
the song
annoying.
over the next week or something and tell me if it's shit. Because like I think one part of it is that like a lot of tracks in pop and especially also country turned super generic. So if every track's kind of the same anyways and produced by the same people, there isn't that much that's
no,
differentiating it from an AI generated track.
no, I agree. Yeah, like
wait, I have some thoughts on that AI images actually. So,
Mhm.
I don't think like regular people really care if it's on your website as compared to like tech people. I think tech people are just very like critical on design and website and whatnot. But I feel like if it's just some like old guy, just stumbled upon your website, I think they think like it's pretty cool, or they don't care that if it's AI or not. They probably won't be able to tell.
yeah, that
Yeah.
I'm
that
kind
that
of
is true.
seeing
That is
that
100% true. I think.
I'm kind of seeing that a lot on TikTok ads, like the AI generated ads. Like the comments just don't care it's that it's AI. They think it's real, but like it's not real.
Yeah.
So here's one
Uh,
thing.
uh,
Here's one thing that might be interesting. I kind of need to wrap it up soon, but check this out. This is for Lucky Me, right? Um, so what we did was, I think Chaz, you used Midjourney, right, for these.
Yeah.
So basically, on Lucky Me, right, we have these. Let me share a screenshot. This is like the old UI, right? But I'm still gonna put it here. So we have
Yeah, it's
these
pretty good at pixel art.
QScene types, right? And then obviously what I didn't do is I didn't take them as is, right? Like it's as, because the pixels aren't actually pixels, right? So what I did was I traced them in do I actually have them? Let me, because it's live on Lucky Me, the app. So if you look on, like I animated them, right? And I traced them with actual pixels.
Yep.
And this is, I think, like using AI in like
The creative process.
in the process is like actually great, right? What I didn't actually use AI for was for the panda. What I did for the panda was I think I have had like a high res image. I pixelated it and then I traced it.
Wait, I thought we did use AI for that.
No,
I
no, no. I
generated
used like
pandas.
I grabbed something from Google, and then I pixelated it. And it was as I remember I sent it to you, and then I added like the head and stuff. I think the panda was like the only thing where we didn't use AI. Obviously for the machine also we didn't. But yeah, and then obviously we trashed like a few, right? Like a few turned out way differently. Like the ramen didn't make it, whatever. And yeah, I think it also has to do with taste, right? Like some people might use this one, and obviously this one is trash. This fast food thing, so you gotta use like, you still gotta have taste, I guess. And these are great. Like the ones you put SMR, like I think they're just like nobody's ever going to realize that this is AI. Like if this is just a random image on a website, you might assume it, right? Because of copyright or something, but yeah.
And if you click on the link, you can get the high res one for the red one with the white pill. There's a link. So there it is. Yeah, I think it's top left. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Dude, this looks. Oh yeah, I'm watching your stream. That's why there's like latency. But this looks amazing.
I think this looks actually.
This is
Like
from.
I could see, and this is so good, right, for background imagery on websites, because you can be shitty at web design.
It's
You can
from
put this, right? Have some text. It looks amazing.
It's from this guy. It's from a single Twitter account, so I should probably post it here on the TL Draw. There we go.
Actually, a Blumenkohl. I'm not sure what the English word is for it.
Cauliflower.
Yeah, that's a one.
And it's the account isn't even about Midjourney, by the way. Like he writes posts about like health and technology, or like for example the top one, it's a thread about like brain fog and how to remove it, and like that, and that's the imagery. It's like brain fog being just like removed.
This is your German word of the day, SMR. You gotta learn.
Study it.
Blumenkohl. Is that? Wait, let me. Blumen. I got it pretty close, right?
It's close enough.
Blumenkohl.
Yeah. I mean, it's an easy word. You know how we test German speakers, like Germans? There's a word.
Mm-hmm.
You know it probably, right? That's how we test Germans.
What? Give me a second. I'm not on TL Draw. Okay. Wait, give me a second here.
I don't
know. That's like the German.
Oh, okay.
So.
Alk. Okay, it's Alk. OAC. That's Alk. Okay. Alk. Schloff. Alkashlov.
It's
Alkashlov.
It's Alkashlov.
Yeah, I think that was close enough, right?
You said okay. You need to do the.
I will rewind the tape.
And you need to do
rewind the tape.
You need to do the
rewind the tape.
ugly, not the clean one. Yeah, there's also this one. Can you do this?
Is that? Oh, let me check. Oh, okay. This is like.
or in like Helvetian, it would be.
Kuschkassel.
Wait, let's do the
that right?
Switzerland test for that as well.
Bro,
I don't even know what the Switzerland accent is like.
Bro, you're gonna put the same example Yomi put last time. Do you remember, Jess? She was like, she had like a Swiss example for the same thing.
No,
I think it was
do
on our
not.
first call, but anyway. But why are you putting fucking Vittorio? Wait, this is Vittorio posting?
Yeah, these are all
Bruh.
Vittoria posts. Okay,
Obviously,
I
it
knew.
was. Didn't you see it?
Sure.
Like he was always doing the vibe
Yeah,
calls on White for Wednesday.
that's the
What is
same
that?
thing, yeah. Right? That's the same as
Trash.
kitchen.
Yeah, Ashley.
He actually can do it. Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
You know what this means?
Glory.
What do you think this means, SMR?
Which one? The old
Yeah.
one or the okay, everything else castle. Kush dog castle. It's about a person. Kush is probably something like you. So it's something about a person or so it's like
that's
your
why
brain or something. That's like so it's like Kush and then I don't know what the last bit is.
What's this?
no.
Oh, it's a skunk at the tail?
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, the first one or
Yeah,
what
this
do you
one.
mean? Ah, okay. Yeah, sure.
It's Schweif.
Is
Thank
that
It's like
Yeah,
Schwanz.
is that
This is a kitchen cupboard thing. Kitchen.
Yeah, it's kind of like a box for a cake.
Oh, really? Okay, then I was
Yeah,
wrong.
Kuchenkasten.
No, isn't it the same as in Austrian where it's for kitchen?
Ah.
Oh, interesting. It's different. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I think we're boring with the German discussions.
Yeah, so let's finish up the week.
Let's wrap it up.
And we can First, like another thing there, I literally gained one for the following, like the whole last week, so I have to log in on X.
I lost 4, I think.
I mean, there I lost one, but today I got one more. Let's go. Yeah, so logging in on X, and for the notepad there, I had like so far like 2 conversations with people, business-wise, who are super cracked, like insanely rich and smart. And last week I had one, and it was just crazy, and it was kind of inspiring, and I could learn a ton. And it was interesting again because like you are literally like there are people in smaller companies that tell you can never talk to a CEO. That's not how it works. And then you have those people really like ranking in double-digit millions per year, and they just chill and hang out with you. So it's kind of
I think it's stupid. You should always try to talk to the CEO. Who even says?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I was just coming from more of a like mindset, like the people in companies literally like you can't talk to them, and then you have some like dude pulling in like their whole like double their yearly revenue alone. It's just chill like that. So it's kind of.
What you mean. So you had like a successful week. My week was like, I mean, I'm not even doing sales at the moment.
Oh no, not sales wise. It was just like personal conversation, just like having a talk. Super interesting.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Man, that's an awesome drawing. Who's that?
Do you know I got banger drawings?
I thought it was SMR drawing. You guys are both like, bro. Why do you draw hands
Doodle
like a
egg.
fucking retarded kid? I wanted to ask you this. Like, isn't this like? Do you know about like these stages of child drawings? Like, do you know about this? That's like psychological. Like, you know this.
This is
like
this just portrays, bro. This just portrays hands.
Let's check which stage you're on. I think you're on stage pre-schematic. I think yes. Like 3 years
All
old.
right.
You know?
Listen. Let's see you draw a hand.
Bro,
Let's see your hand.
I can't draw with touch pen. I'm like bad at it.
Okay, which stage is that?
Bro, that's better than your shit. What the fuck do you mean?
That's
we're at the same stage. That's the landscape change.
No, we're at the same stage.
No.
You're at year 4.
No. I'm drawing
You're
an
at year
actual
4.
hand.
I'm at year 3.
Bro, You're this guy.
We're at the pre-schematic stage. You're just 1 year older.
No. I'm at least 6.
Not beating the pre-schematic allegation.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's a good place to wrap up. Asama, we're gonna talk later this week, right, about Lisa, and then
Yeah.
Chaz, if you want to join next week to talk about this, you can, because we actually wanted to talk about this awesome diagram thing, but you don't have to.
What are you talking
kinda,
about?
You kind of talked about your workflow anyway.
What
But,
diagram?
yeah, we kind of wanted to talk about
This?
how all of us use AI. You kind of talked about your workflow, because SMR uses it in an insanely weird way in my mind, and Constantine, I don't really know how you use it, so I think it should be interesting.
It would be nice if we could have prompts, like real world examples of how we used it. If we could compile like a couple. But yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But that's depending on how weird it is, right? If you just, if you prompt,
Only like the CLI is
parser,
playing, so I'm not sure how
yeah,
I
if
would
you just
like.
use CLI, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think we're good.
But yeah,
I mean, we can
Yep.
decide on that next week. If you want to join, Jess, you can. If not, then no.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
no pressure.
yeah, sure.
Okay, then.
And let's do like for next week. Everyone has one item
One
that
thing.
happened in the
Yeah,
week,
yeah,
and then we go into the
Let's
stack
call it
diagram, so we
highlight,
can
right?
actually have it.
Highlight of the week or something. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then see you guys.
Cool.
All right.